Today we're gonna learn about world famous model, which is OSI Reference Model, which is Open System Interconnection Reference Model, which is most famous model across the world. So this model has 7 layers in itself. Also, it's known as 7 layers model across the world. This is very famous model, and if you need to an instruction to understand the networking across the world, so I would highly suggest you to understand this 7 layers concept and understand this model. In this model, we will discuss about 7 layers. This name is OSI Reference Model. Here you can see OSI Reference Model. It's also known as 7 layers model. In this OSI Reference Model, we have this model is consist of 7 layers. So let's say I would give you the one short example. Let's say this is your PC1. Let's say you can say this is your standard site, and you have PC2. This one is your something you can say this one is your receiver side. So now what to do? Each PC is consists of 7 layers. Let's say first layer, I would first of all I would nominate that layer. First layer is we have that is application layer. The second layer we have presentation layer. The third one that is your session layer. The next one we have transport layer. The next one we have network layer. The next one we have data link layer. The last one we have physical layer. You got it? So these are some layers. You will count them between below to up, not below to one. This one is your layer one. This one is your layer two. This one is your layer three. This one is your layer four. It's layer five. And this is your layer six, and this one is seven. So each device is consists on this layer. Let's say this device is again have this is a layer of application, then it has presentation, then it has session layer, it has transport layer, and it has network layer and data link layer, then physical layer. So you will memorize this layer according to this step. You cannot replace the places. You got it? So now we will discuss about the to the point conceptual things and about the function of this layer. What is application layer? First of all, I will give to the point concept. Let's say if this is your user and this user want to wrote if he wrote a message, let's say hello. So he wants this message would be delivered to this friend. You got it? So this hello message would suffer from this all families. First of all, the first model is this is your application layer. In the application layer, the main function is we will use any application. You got it? Let's say we're gonna use our let's say we're gonna use Facebook, and we can use Facebook to deliver our message as soon as possible to our destination. So in application layer, what is application layer? Application layer it is there to support applications. For instance, works at the backend of the application. It presents your data into applications. It will differentiate between your document files or JPEG files. Also, it forwards to relevant apps to handle. But apps do never fall under this layer. For instance, your HTTP files, you can take this for example. And the next layer, which is your presentation layer. What presentation layer, the main function we're going to discuss about presentation layer first of all. This layer would present your data into binary language. Because machine never understands your English or any other language. Machine always understand the binary language. Binary means like 110100. This is the binary format. You got it? So this machine never understand your this message in English format. It will convert into binary. So the main purpose of presentation here, it will convert your message into binary format. So this layer will take data and make it uniform. In other words, you can say all the data becomes the same. It is no longer in the format of JPEG files or document files. You can say you can have a thinking about it. It will add the encryption in your format. You got it? This is the main concept of your presentation layer, which would convert your data into binary lines. The next one we have session layer. What is the concept of session layer? We're gonna discuss about it. Session layer. First of all, the main logical concept is it would create the logical connection with this session layer to check the availability of this machine. Like if this machine is online, then your message will be transferred to next layer. If this machine is offline, then your message would be stuck over this layer. You got it? So this is the main concept of this layer. It will create a logical path or it would check the availability. It would check your availability of other side. You got it? Other side means your destination. So chef, mainly the session layer. The session layer it would initiate, coordinate and terminate communication between applications of both computers. It works like telephone operators who used to establish and disconnect international phone calls in the past. We got this is the main and sharp example to understand about the session layer. To define conceptual and functional information is it would create logical tasks. Logical tasks means you can say to understand in the non-technical words, it creates virtual sessions to create the virtual session to check the availability of your receiver side. And it will make the session with another session layer, not with any other layer, not with any other device. You will next layer. Let's suppose that other machine is available that is online. Then what to do? Then your message will be transferred to the next layer, which is transport layer. So now what is the purpose of transport layer? This transport layer would perform data segmentation. Data segmentation means this layer would divide your data into multiple pieces. Let's say this is your message, that is hello. It will divide your data into multiple segments. X would be different, E would be separated, and each packet would be separated. This is the main concept of it. What is the benefit of this operation? With this segmentation process, your data can be delivered across the network easily. Your data can be transported across the network easily. So mainly transport layer, this layer handles your data segmentation. You can say flow control or error control of the session established between the two computers. And equally, TCP and UDP belongs to this layer. TCP means your transmission control protocol, whereas UDP is your user datagram protocol, which is uncontrolled. But TCP is controlled. So mainly three things you will see in the transport layer. Transport layer will handle your data segmentation, or you can say data fragmentation process. The second thing, it will handle your flow control. The third thing, it will handle your error control function. The next layer, which we have your network layer, which is most important layer in the networking industry. Network layer it creates the logical path. We can say the virtual session and IP, which is your internet, it belongs to this layer. Data is converted into the frame. It works like a post office. It has two main tasks: sorting and distribution. So in the network layer, we have two main tasks, which is first one is sorting, the next one is distribution. This is the main purpose of the network layer. It will sort out your data, then it would distribute your data across the network on the exact destination, not in the false destination. Next one we have the data link layer. In the data link layer are encoded and decoded into bits and physical type of transmission. You can say your Wi-Fi, your Ethernet frames, and it is working. You can take lots of example to understand it. The next corruption of the data and error detection. CRC, you will use the concept here. CRC means cycle redundancy checks are handled in this layer, and you will see the electromagnetic interfaces in the main reason of the data corruption. Switches belongs to this layer. You have the devices in the networking industry, routers and switches. To understand routers, we have they belongs to data link. They belongs to network layer, whereas switches belongs to data link layer. And your data would be known as your data on transport layer. Your data would be known as segment, whereas on network layer, your data would be known as in the network layer. And in the data link layer, your data would be known as frame. So these are the different names on the different layers. You got it over there. Then the last one we have our physical layer. So in the main concept in the data link layer, data framing process would be handled under this layer. That is data framing process. You got it? Would be handled under this layer. And then in the physical layer, your data transmission into energy transmit over the network. Only involves hardware, not software, is a part of the device. You got it? For example, all the cables, all the connectors, all the hardware, they are touchable, they are lying under physical layer, except software. Softwares are not your physical layer, you cannot touch them. So that things you can touch them, they are your physical layer. You got it? So this is the main concept which we have done across according to the OSI Reference Model. I hope you got it, and you can use this information for your lots of information. If you can get lots of concepts